Hi, you guys. I am Pavani J, and I'm the CEO and founder of Exquisite PR firm, and I'm also the host of Exquisite Conversation. Tonight, we are like rocking it out. We got the legendary LaBronx James, and we also have King Jacob. I'll let them introduce themselves. Go ahead, fellas.
Hello, what up, what up, what up? It's King Jacob, Exquisite Conversations. You know, I'm always tapping in every Sunday night, live. We raw and cut, bring you the real. So glad to be here, man. And, happy Sunday, everyone. Let's get it.
What's good, people? This is LaBronx James, Low Life Miami Family.
Absolutely. So, you guys, we've been having legends on for like the last maybe 3 weeks, right? In the music industry, killing it, like killing it. I heard you got something coming up, and it's on the scene right now called The Plug. Tell us a little bit about it.
All right, so I got the single The Plug featuring Thirstin Howl the Third, the legendary Thirstin Howl, the Polo Rican. So the reason for the record, I've been on Instagram for like the last 7, 8 years selling polo, doing my thing. I got to the point where I built up my following to like 23,000 followers. I have a nice real following, and I wanted to give my audience more than just posting the clothing. So I wanted to do a record. So I hollered at Thurston. So I'm already a low life. Thurston made me a low life already. Then I hollered at him, say, "Yo,
Okay.
Thurston, do this record," and he said, "Let's do it." So I wanted to paint the people a picture now, and promote my business through the music video, and draw more traffic, to my Instagram page. So that's what that's the reason for the record.
Okay. So basically, the record was for marketing and branding.
Absolutely.
That was that was brilliant. That was brilliant. That was
Absolutely.
brilliant.
Music, music,
I just
music
got done
is
watching the
powerful.
video on the way home.
Music is powerful.
Absolutely. Like you
That's
couldn't go wrong with that. Um.
hip hop.
So
Hip hop
how
is
were you?
powerful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so when did you get in the music industry?
So really, like, I've always been involved and affiliated. 15 years ago, I actually produced a record for Pito Luna featuring KRS-One and Fat Joe, and we shot a video to that too. So back in the days when we had the movement going strong, Luna Empire, you know, primarily pushing my brother Pito Luna and a team of producers built around him. We had a lot of success with that movement, and that's really where my music journey begins. But I stopped with doing music completely, and then I got into selling clothing, and I became successful, more and more successful selling clothing, mainly polo. And then the music just straight up called me back. Before, when I was really more producing, now it's the opposite. Now I'm mainly writing because now expect more dope tracks coming very soon. They're in the making. I'm working on, you could say, an album or 2 albums, but I got some more really dope tracks coming soon. Some
Hmm.
more surprises coming. So, you know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
not going to stop with this one record, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So you're getting it popping. So with you working as a producer, now an artist, but also a entrepreneur when it comes to selling retail clothing, but a high end brand like Polo. Um, how does that movement with those followers from you selling clothing? How does that impact the music on how the music is going to sell?
Well, first of all, like, Polo is so attached to hip hop right now,
That's true.
like more
It's
than
been
ever.
attached. Yeah, it's
You
been
know,
attached to hip hop for a long time.
You know, the low lives when Thurston and Racklow and all of the OG founders, you know, established themselves in 1988 in Brooklyn, you know, they got the crown. You know what I'm saying? They turned it into a culture. You know what I'm saying? They've been living it all these years. So it's just like I touch other name brands too, but Polo's my main thing. But if you look now, a lot of videos, you're gonna see a lot of the rappers that's popping now. Most of them are rocking Polo,
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
some of these cats even buy from me. They might be rocking something that they in their video that they caught from me. You know,
Right.
I
Okay.
built a lot of good relationships with legendary rappers, DJs, producers, and you know through this lane of selling polo. I mean, I'm like I don't I'm not lost for words. Like it's just like it's opened up so many doors for me. You know what I'm saying? Just by being a reseller, it's
Mm-hmm.
opened up many more doors that people really wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, I can understand being a
Yeah.
reseller, open up a lot of doors with those relationships, and now
Yeah.
with those relationships that you have from selling clothing, and you know that's more than enough for you to pitch your music to,
Open.
and
Yeah.
for them to rock with you because the relationships are solid. So,
Yep.
man, what was that like? You know, I'm a I'm a big Karis One guy. You know, I'm a big Boogie Down Productions guy. I'm a big The Bridge Is Over. Like I'm a big, you know, cause Karis One, he speak so much knowledge, bro, and he is for the community. So working with a legendary cat like Karis One, man, how was that for you?
All right. So first of all, I'm gonna take y'all back. It was either I'm gonna give y'all some good stuff right now, right? Okay, it's a little, you know, it's going back a long time ago, so some things are hard to remember, but I believe it was probably the eighth grade in middle school. So I used to live in the Bronx in Parkchester, and I went to my middle school was Castle Hill 127. That's walking distance from my building, right? So we get out of school one day, I believe 3 p.m., and I'm walking home. So now a limousine pulls up, and a whole bunch of cats jump out the limo, and right away I see the BDP jackets, and then KRS jumps out, and the whole block erupted. Everybody going crazy. The girls are screaming, "Yo, KRS!" Chris gets out 10 feet tall because you know he's a big dude.
Yeah, he is.
Take a smile and showing love to everybody. He turns around to me and he gives me a dap. I'm a kid from the Bronx. KRS is the king. That was like one of the best days ever in my life. Had me going home
Mhm.
talking about, Dad, you know who just gave me five? KRS won. It was the best day of my life, right?
Hmm.
So
Mhm.
so to begin with that, right? So then now over the years, like he's always been my number one in hip hop. KRS has always been my number one. And then many years later, Pito Luna and Ariel Luna, they linked up with KRS on some making music. So then I went to a hotel in South Beach. I'm living in Miami, and they brought me straight to KRS. And I reached out, and he reached out and shook my hand. And I grabbed his hand. And I said, "Yo, Chris, this is the second time that I shake your hand." And he looks at me. I said, "The first time was like 88, 89 in Parkchester. You jumped out of the limo." He goes, "Oh my God, you just took me back to Parkchester." So it was a crazy moment. You know what I'm saying?
So he
Hmm.
did remember you?
No, he's not gonna. There's no way he's gonna remember that. But what happens is then me and my guys like he took Pito and me on tour with him. So now I really wanted to give you that to start with, but now to really answer your question, just being on tour with KRS and like not just on tour with him, but I was on stage like at every show that he rocked when we were, he lets us get on the stage with him, and he's so open with it. Like he showed mad love, and he just riding with him opened a billion doors too. You're riding with the king of hip hop, and every every corner we turn in every city, when people see him, like they go crazy.
Yes.
They go
Yeah,
crazy.
of course. It's two people that it's two people that I think that people still resonate with. That's really really old school, man, and people still go crazy.
Yeah,
It's Karis one for one, and none other than the God Rakim.
I knew you
Like,
were gonna say that. I was with Rakim maybe like a few months ago because he came down to perform in Fort Lauderdale.
hmm
So I had to go see the God Rakim.
right,
And
right,
Absolutely.
I got to speak with him too, and I saluted him properly, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He's the reason why I started listening to hip hop. Rakim.
yeah, for me, it's like when I see these guys, Chuck D, Big Daddy Kane, Slick Rick,
hmm
MKRS, when I see these guys, they're just like, for me, it's like, damn, they took me back to the 80s. And it just flashes so many crazy memories when I was young in the Bronx.
Yeah,
And,
cause you from the birthplace of hip hop,
yeah, and
and
it's
so
like, for me, it's like a treat. When I
hmm
see them, I'm like, wow, I'm so amazed. Like you could put a new platinum artist in front of me. I respect everyone, but it's not the same. It's not for me. It's not the same.
it's
You
nowhere near the
Mhm.
same, brother.
you could put a
I definitely
new
agree.
artist that sold I don't know how many records and is big and is on the radio. I'd rather see one of those names that I just mentioned. It just
Absolutely.
I feel it more. It means so much more. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I don't, I
Because
don't, I
back
don't
then,
feel
they
like a
were
lot of
rapping.
guys. I
I'm
don't feel like a
sorry. Go
lot of
ahead.
guys that make music now have meaning with their music. You can't feel the in it. You know what I mean?
These
It's
guys,
just there. It's just there.
these guys are from a different era that really.
That
And,
we were,
and for
and
me,
we were.
yeah. Go ahead, love. Go ahead.
No, I think there's a lag in the system or something. Do you guys see this? Is there a pull?
No, no.
Oh, it's not. Everything is moving really slow for me, but nevertheless, what we were rapping about and what they were rapping about back then is so much different than what they're rapping about now. It was more of a revolution. Um, I just remember that song that KRS One song were rapped at the end of that movie, Low Down Dirty Shame, I believe it was. Do you guys remember that?
I remember the movie. Yeah, for sure.
Yes, and hit
And,
KRS
and,
One was the movie. Yes,
and he was on
yes,
the sound. He was on the soundtrack.
The Jack of
yes. He was
Spades.
on the soundtrack.
Yeah,
They
Jack of
used to
Spades.
just Jack of Spades. The Jack of
Okay.
Spades. That was my favorite song.
Yeah, so many.
Yeah, you're right. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And so, man, you from the birthplace of hip hop, the Bronx, right? So you from the Boogie Down. So with you being from the Boogie Down, man, I don't know about how people don't pay homage, but I got to pay homage to the DJs that's from the Boogie Down. And so with you being from the Boogie Down, man, let's talk about the DJs that you had a chance to connect with.
Uh, See, the thing is, well, as far as like when I started the music, it wasn't in the Bronx though.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be able to like. I mean, I could tell you like, you know, Grand Wizard Theodore, he was on the tour with us.
hmm
Like I got to vibe out with him, things like that.
hmm
Uh, he did a show in SOBs. It was ridiculous. They blindfolded him. He has so much experience. He was dropping the needle. KRS was this is how we do it before we had, the MPC, the loop, or anything.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He blindfolded himself and he put the needle at a certain part of the record, and then he just kept bringing it back, looping it while he was blindfolded, and then KRS started rapping while he was doing that,
Mm-hmm.
and it blew everybody's mind. That's the whole SOBs erupted. And I was on stage watching this, and I was like, "Oh my God! Like what a show!"
Mm-hmm.
Big ups to Grand Wizard Teardorf. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Yeah, I
Right.
don't want to say anything incorrect because I guess sometimes I get things mixed up.
You good, man? You good? You good? You good? I mean, we all human, so that's all that matter. And so, man, tell me, because I checked out your record plug, and I see it's on a lot of different blog sites. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And so, man, tell me how people have caught on to the record, and how well is it doing with like radio, the blogs, the magazine features, and how did it take off so fast?
All right. So, well, first of all, uh, I see it. I see it doing what it's supposed to do. The record. You know,
Okay.
our following in a month went from 23K to 24.2K. So right there alone, and I got new buyers coming out of the woodworks. You know what I'm saying? And I
Mm-hmm.
communicate with them, and I'm like, "Yo, have you heard my record?" And yeah, I've already heard your record. I actually saw your video on World Star Hip Hop, and that's how I found. So I love
Okay.
to hear that because this is part of my plan. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
Mm-hmm.
My plan is working. Big ups to my publicist MJ Savino.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Saying she does it big. Like
Yeah,
she,
you
Yes,
go.
thank you.
she.
Absolutely.
So all
Thank
those
you.
everything that you see me on, like, I mean, a majority of that is probably the works of MJ.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
She's working
yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, she dope, man. She dope, man. I've been knowing who MJ is for a while now, and so I've been checking her out for a while, and she real dope, man. She do her thing a lot. So
Yeah.
you know,
So
upon gaining traction, man, how many DJs have caught on? Like, are you in any of the DJ coalitions, like core DJs, nerve DJs?
I'm gonna give some shout outs right now. My man, the legend, DJ Static Selector. Legendary producer DJ.
Mm-hmm.
He's played me on Show Off Radio on Shade 45.
Mm.
Okay, serious
Okay.
satellite. Okay.
Big
Yeah.
ups big ups to DJ Fat Fingers. He's also played me on the same Show Off Radio, Shade 45.
Okay.
I'm saying, so those two DJs, like, that doesn't even have anything to do with MJ's work. You feel me?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's me knowing them on a personal level.
Uh-huh.
So they show love. So as far as you say, DJs, those two guys right there. I've had Beat Miners. Beat Miners, one of their DJs, I believe it was DJ IE. One of their DJs, he threw me in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
Beat Miners. So there's been a bunch of DJs that are popping up in my DM, and a lot of them is throwing me on. Like you said, I've been seeing now plug all over the place. Like,
Yeah.
that's a DJ's job to find the dope records, the talent, if they like it, and they break the records and they throw them in the mix. So yeah, I've been getting a lot of love. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's dope. That's
Okay.
dope, man. So as far as you, man, I want to know, man, how do you think, with the movement of your record and the movement of your clothing and how you connect with people, man? What ways do you want to impact the community with your movement?
I mean, well, I'm a low life, so we already have a big movement, and what we are is, let's say I'm low life Miami family. But then in the state of Florida, we also have the Orlando family. Combined, we are Flow Life. So
Okay.
we're heavily involved with the community now. We're like, I believe, Little League baseball teams. And the fundraisers and back to school fundraisers. And we had something actually today. And I'm so sorry I can't give you more, in depth detail. But we had something popping today. But I had to take this trip up to Tampa to meet up with Diamond D. So I couldn't be part of that. That's something else already planned.
Right, and that's very important, man. Um, that you being an artist, you being a producer, you being a reseller. That's very important. That you show your face in the community and you really impact the community with your movement, man. Because believe it or not, man, kids want to be connected with somebody like you.
Yeah.
Not just adults. Kids want to dress fly and polo too. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And they want to know, man, how did he do that? Like how is he so popular off reselling, man? Like, what is the art to that? Kids want to know stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because these kids nowadays they really want to be their own bosses. They don't want to work for nobody else. And so with a person with a business mind like yours and a person that understands the levels of entrepreneurship, I think that's very important on how you can impact the youth as well.
Ryan, what you're talking about, like when I'm at these events and things like this, it's crazy, how you impact people and how you see how you impact people. Some people in this world, they really don't have anything.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Like, I could put it this way, like we're in the street, Miami, right off of Biscayne downtown, and they see us shooting a music video. And not even young kids like that, but already, men grown up, old enough, 20s, 30s, and they want an autograph. Like for me, like it makes me feel funny because it's like I feel like, man, I ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like when they come with me, I ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. But
But
they're looking at us differently.
yeah, but you gotta understand, people looking on the outside looking in, you know, um,
Yeah.
they see something different.
Yeah.
The naked eye is the powerful thing. And so they like, man, who is this cat shooting a video downtown Miami?
Right.
And if anybody know the ordinance laws of Miami, it ain't really too easy unless you're connected in Miami. And
Yeah.
so
People get
that
people get
that's that's another thing. And so they was like, wow, man, like who is he? Let me know who he is and let me get his autograph because that might be the same cat I see receiving a Grammy one day.
that's
But
crazy.
I got his autograph before he got to the Grammy. So that's the important thing
Yeah.
when it comes to people, man. You know what I mean? And they just might be getting it for one of their kids. Guess who I met today? And they'll pull you up. This is the guy I met today. And
Yeah.
and 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 here's his autograph for you, son. So we can frame that. You know what I mean? That's your first autograph. And that kid might be 8, 9 years old.
Yeah.
So it's very important, man. It's very important, man.
When I'm in situations like that too, I like to make it memorable. Like you brought up 9-year-olds. Like we were in a park in West Perrine doing something. This is in Miami. And there were a lot of young kids out there. So I went to the ice cream truck. I was standing by the ice cream truck, and one of the little boys, he was short. And he looked so sad. So I had to step aside from what we were doing, and I said, "Yo, I got little man's ice cream cone or whatever." And there were like 12 kids. I said, "Yo, as a matter of fact, everybody order what you want." And one little boy
Oh.
said, "Yo, can I get two things?" I said, "Everybody pick two items," and they went crazy. You know what I'm saying? They went crazy.
Oh.
Mister, thank you, Mister. I mean, that what I did, no lie, that was like a dub, like $20, and I took care of all these little guys. They were super happy. You know what I'm saying? So I
It's
try to.
And that's
important.
that
Uh,
joy itself from the energy that a child brings when they smile or when you change their mind. That's something that's priceless.
yeah,
That's
that was
something that's priceless.
that.
Oh,
I left they feeling good. You know what I'm saying? It's
absolutely.
something so
Absolutely.
small.
We want
Yeah,
to shout out. We want to say shout out to MJ again. MJ, thank you for the connection, you guys. Ashley, thank you for the connection with MJ. She is an amazing PR. She's an amazing PR. We appreciate you. She has brought us legends to Exquisite Conversation, and no one thus far yet that has came on Exquisite Conversation through MJ has been less than great. I really, really, really thank you, Mr. James, for um, just showing. I mean, I was really bumping the plug all the way home, right? Well, not home, but back into the hotel where I'm at, and I was like, okay, and I'm checking out how you are magnifying, and when you tell us that you promo your clothes there through the plug, I put that synopsis and the schematics. I can see it how you were touching the clothes and going around the clothes in the video. And I'm like, okay, the marketing was really, really great with the plug.
thank you.
And the story that well, not even story, because it's not a story, it's a true statement that happened with the ice cream truck. We don't know how many people are without or are homeless or don't have anything.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying about KRS-One and the music that we had back then. Um, just how it impacted the people, how we tried to bring the neighborhood together. How people tried to have more barbecues and
Yep.
community networking centers and so on and so forth. We probably need to do some more of those things nowadays, because the music is just totally different. I mean, well, the years are different, right? We're going to say these are the millennial years. So I can definitely say now that when I hear certain music, I feel like an old lady because I'm like, turn it off. And you put me in the room with some house music, KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, LL Cool J, anybody back then.
Yeah.
I'm like jamming it. My kids like, Mom, who is that? I'm like, don't play. You got to know who that is. You know what I mean? And they don't. They have to be reiterated with, where this came from, where they started from. Hip hop, Brooklyn, back then.
Hmm.
Do you remember, or not even remember? Did you think that this is what you were going to be? Is this what did you know
Nah,
this is what you were going to do?
not at all.
What was your plans when you were young? What did you think you were gonna?
I mean, honestly, like, I got 2 years community college under my belt. I got
Hmm.
some education under my belt. Also, I graduated, passed the paramedic state exam. So just it wasn't meant to be too many injuries, this and that. Like, so ruined a lot of plans for me. So I had to
Hmm.
really figure this out, and I just from one day to the next started selling the clothing, and from that the music called me back, and now I have now you know what now I can say, aside with the setbacks that happened to me and everything, I could say I'm in a good place in life right now.
Hmm.
So I could say that I'm very happy.
Okay.
I created my own lane. Like, I created my own lane. Now going forward, now, yeah, I got the big dog like Thirstin in my corner. But as far as setting it off, like, I did it, I did it on my own. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So,
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
now
So.
I have goals, I have ideas, I'm gonna execute everything. And that's how I live my life, one day at a time. I don't work a regular job anymore. I'm just selling the clothing, the hip hop tour, all that stuff off my Instagram. So I have a new vision. So I'm happy,
That's dope. Yeah, I love that. I love that.
And then
I love.
You made
my,
it
my new friends, like, you know, then I look at how they're living, and I'm like, wow, like, they impress me, and like, I'm trying to get on their level now. You know what I'm saying? As far as like how they're living, I
Mm-hmm.
just straight up living off of hip hop. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? They don't work a regular job. They making it big straight off of hip hop. It's a beautiful thing.
Wow.
You know?
Most definitely a beautiful thing. You can when you can live life and receive revenue off of what you love doing is definitely beautiful because it's not work. You know what I mean? At that point, it's not work. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just you enjoying life. You know what
Exactly.
I mean? Yeah. So once you can separate work from enjoying life, then that's when your season your season of winning is at an all time high. And so I can definitely I can definitely dig that, man. And yeah, man, keep at it, man. Keep at it, man, because you're moving and grooving and the record is doing well, man. And so are we going to see the record chart or have you already charted?
What do you mean?
The Billboard charts.
Billboard.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to go for gusto, go for it all.
Nah, I got you. I got you. What I'm just doing right now, one verse at a time, one record at a time.
Hmm.
I got some good joints coming out. Make sure you stay in touch with me. Like, I want y'all to hear my new joints that are coming out.
Right.
People like they saw the plug. That record was to serve its purpose, but I got other joints, other styles,
Hmm.
and I got that gangster hardcore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got some joints coming soon.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Like, coming.
Mm.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
is there a name of the project that we should be expecting, or you don't wish to give that out right now?
I'll be honest with you. It's still up in the air because I got the polo records, but then I got things that are not polo at all. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
So it's like I'm
Mm-hmm.
still, am I doing one project? Am I doing two different projects at the same time? I'm trying to really, see what direction I'm gonna take this.
Absolutely. So, are there items that you make tailored, like or tailor-made items, or do you have everything coming in bulk? Like, say if I wanted to purchase something from your store,
Right.
and I want something made a certain type of way, can I get you guys to make it a certain type of way, or do you sell things just like by wholesale?
Nah, what I am is, I mean, again, I'm a reseller, so I mean, I could, I bring in pieces from everywhere. It could be
Absolutely, I get
Germany,
it.
Spain. I'm also, so I have my own set of inventory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I also, move move the pieces for like 50 other people. You see,
Oh wow.
I run a
Oh
lot of
wow.
because what happens is, let's say like I have a bigger following than everyone,
Mm-hmm.
so they need my assistance. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So no, we have we have vintage, we have pieces from the '90s, from the '80s. You're not gonna go in the store anywhere and find these.
Mm.
We,
Okay.
we got vintage, we got when they do limited drops, we have limited items. We have items from 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I bring things in from Germany, from Spain, New Zealand. I've been doing this now 7 or 8 years, so I'm plugged up pretty nicely out there. I went to Japan for this whole movement with Rack Low, one of the OG founders of the Lowlifes.
Hmm.
He hosted the first polo battle in Japan, and I was there with him for the ride. You know what I'm saying?
Right. 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 Right.
So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
that's
So
why.
do
Yeah.
so so do you help or consult for other independent clothing brands?
I sell other brands, but I do it all on my own.
Okay.
I sell Guess, Lacoste. I could get with the people whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? The main thing
Okay.
is the polo. Main thing is polo, but North Face, Timberland boots, Nike. You know what I'm saying? Like I touch all different name brands. I touch toys, hip hop toys. I got a couple of friends that own a few smoke shops. I move smoke shop items. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay,
And
absolutely.
even with the smoke shop business, they, that's not my thing, but they might release, this big, pipe or something, and it's limited and it's hard to find, and I'll post that. You know what I'm saying? We try to flip it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And when you're a retailer, we had someone on here in the beginning of Exquisite Conversation, and he had been flipping gym shoes since he was 21. Well, since he was 12. And he saw his first million at 21. And I believe, and that's amazing to me. You're flipping Nikes.
Look,
If it works for you, work it.
see, here's the key to everybody that's tuned into. If anybody's out there listening, right? If you don't try, you're never gonna succeed. You'll never know. You have to apply yourself.
Absolutely.
Once you apply yourself, then doors start opening that you never would have imagined ever before. What
Mm-hmm.
fascinates me, I ship to literally almost everywhere in the world. So
Mm.
not just in the U.S., but Czech Republic, Norway, Finland, New Zealand, Iceland, Russia, like Mexico, the UK. I ship everywhere. I have buyers everywhere. Now I know people everywhere. So now also when I go looking for my beat, then and I see guys, for example, in Germany or wherever, those producers, yo, send me something. Let me hear something. I start building relationships with people overseas
Right.
through polo, through hip hop. Man, it's a beautiful thing.
It's an
Absolutely.
awesome thing. Awesome, man. Awesome, man. I can appreciate the networking because, me and Pavani was talking about networking earlier today, and we was talking about the levels of networking and how it can get you new clientele, how it can take you to new heights, and how once you build your network, you can you can consult and deal with people from different avenues of business that you didn't even think you could touch,
Yeah,
only because
Mm.
that you open up your network. And so networking is definitely powerful, whether
right.
it's in the US or whether it's overseas or whether it's next door to your house, it's still powerful.
I love
Yeah.
these podcasts, these interviews, because even if I only get one new follower, they like my page, they see what I have to, might be the next person in my DM order or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah.
page is dope, it's lit. If you look at the menu, you say, wow, especially if you're a low head.
Right. Right.
So,
And so, man, tell me about the video production of the video shoot for Plug. How was that whole set?
all right, I'm really glad you asked me that question. Okay, so this is my first video for me, right? For me as an artist, right? It was very special, actually. Beautiful, two beautiful sunshiny days in Miami.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we shot 2 different days. Now, Thurston, so I told Thurston, listen, if it was up to me, I would have been rapping in front of a bodega. But it was like, "Oh, what are you, crazy?"
I can dig it. I can dig it though.
Thurston is one of the most creative. You have to look at Thirstin Howl with his videos.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the most original and creative individuals you will ever encounter, right?
Uh-huh.
So that he was like, "Yo, you crazy? You got to show the inventory." So I was like, "Oh my god," because it was going to be so much work, which it was. I told him, "Yo, Thirstin, direct the video, bro. Take the wheel." Look, shout out to Thirstin Howell and Boxlow. Boxlow also he shot and directed the video with Thirstin, right? So it was mad work. Thirstin is the type of leader, like I can say like this. He goes to war with his soldiers. He doesn't sit back and just let them go and fight. Man, he was all in that mix. Man, he was working hard, setting up, make sure the video comes out right, all the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know where he was going, even though I have all the inventory. Honestly, did not know where he was going with it, what his vision was. I just followed his lead.
Mm-hmm.
And I followed his lead. I didn't go against anything that he said. I'm happy with my record. I love my record. I love the video. You know, he called on all of our soldiers, the low life soldiers, to come through. Flacco, DJ Excess. You know what I'm saying? You know, we had a squad up in there. My boy Rue, everybody, my boy Steven, everybody put in their work. They did their part to make that whole video shoot a success. You know what I'm saying? All good vibes. No good vibes. You know what I'm saying? Everything, it was dope. I took a road trip to record that record in one of Thurston's I say underground locations. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I knocked it out with him in the lab, and so this whole journey, man, it's been like a journey, and it's been great. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
More
I'm glad,
love,
I'm
more
glad
love,
to hear that.
more love, more positivity, just overpowering the few crumbs out there that are negative or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's just we're too strong, man.
Right. That's just really how it is. And just the way you said it, I can definitely feel the vibe. I can feel your vibe, and it's all definitely positive. I can feel your vibe through the phone, through the computer. I'm sorry. You are definitely happy. Um, and to be happy at a place in your life and be able to acknowledge the fact that you are happy in regards to the things that you're doing today. Um, it's definitely that's a good thing. That's a
Life
good
is
thing. And,
life is what you make it. Getting back to getting involved with the community. What I somehow personally would like to do today with that is to reach out to maybe people that have an emptiness, or even people that are suicidal. They're just
mhm.
dark. There's people in a dark place, but we
Mm,
gotta help them climb out of that dark tunnel. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely, absolutely.
It can be done. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It
Most
can
definitely.
definitely be done if we come together as a unit. We're too strong. We're too strong as a force in itself. We as a people have more power than anyone could ever imagine. And for the people who don't think that power embedded in me is not a real statement, they're fooling themselves. And I also agree with you when you say that you can be anything that you want. Thoughts create reality. You think it enough, you'll start acting out that thought. And then whatever you perceived in your mind will come to fruition. Um, and I know that because I've lived that. So I understand what you're saying when you say what you mean. Um, but to be happy is a whole the way you said it, I'm happy.
I'm happy to say that.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
pretty happy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely. I get it. I can feel it.
get up every day and it's time to rock and roll. It's time to fly. I wake up and I give thanks first, and then I make it happen.
That's all it is.
That's
That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's
that's what's
all it
up.
is,
No,
man. That's what's up. That's what's up. It makes me feel so good to hear you say, I give thanks first and I go out and make it happen. Ain't nothing gonna stop me from making it happen. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
100 years is short, and most people don't get that far.
Right.
You gotta go for yours, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
And not be afraid.
Yeah.
And not be afraid. And fear is a substance of 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 the nature of I can or I can. I cannot. Fear isn't a good thing. Fear doesn't come from a higher power.
Right.
The higher power to make us fearful. And when you think about failure, you can become fearful. You can become fearful, but to fail is not to fail. It's a lesson, and keep going. And you have to be cut from a different cloth to even understand that conversation. Some people have to be. So I definitely understand what you're saying. When you say I made my own pavement.
Yeah.
Some of us get that spoon handed to us, that silver spoon.
I figured something out, is in other words what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely. And you figured it out. And when you found out that this was your niche, this is my thing. This is my thing in this game right here. This is my thing. And that aha moment happened. What was that like? Describe that to me.
Describe what you mean. Well, like
your aha moment when you figured out that being a retailer, selling clothes, bringing and flip them.
Well, the thing is, it just happened naturally. Like, first of all, though, my history. If you know my history, since a little boy, I've always my life too. I've always been like number one in sales. Jobs that I've held in the past, wherever you put me, if there's sales involved, I've always been the top dog. You know what I'm saying? Now, before that, coming to my childhood, I always grew up around business. My father owned a hardware store in the Bronx for many years. I spent every day in the danger zone, in Soundview, Westchester Ave, between Stratford and Morrison, the danger zone in the street, where it's going down every day. And I was in that hardware store every day as a little boy. My father, his cousin, running a business. So I always look at that and feel like, maybe this is why I'm doing what I do now, or it comes to me easy. You know what I'm saying? Doing it since I was little. I was molded out into that world.
Absolutely.
But it doesn't, like when I say found my niche, it doesn't stop here though. You know what I'm saying? Like I still, I might be getting into some other even bigger things now that can really take me, skyrocket me. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I always keep an open mind. I say like, so I tell all of my friends, you see the cell phone that we holding in our hand. It's not a cell phone. It's a multi-million-dollar device. You know what I'm saying? We just got to figure out. We got to get out there in this world and figure out how we're going to get this money, because there's still many ways to get it.
Right.
It drives me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really. Now, when I meet other people that I say, okay, that are doing better than me financially, it really, they motivate me. I get motivated. You know what I'm saying? I get really motivated. It tells me, yo, James, go harder now. Go 100 times harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I am. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I can dig it, man. And there's no other way to be, man. If that's what you want in life and that's how you're gonna move, man, keep moving like that with a purpose. And I salute you for that. Sure do. I definitely salute you for that.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Absolutely. So tonight, you guys, on Exquisite Conversation, we have Mr. LaBronx James, retailer, rapper, entrepreneur, a man who came up with a master plan. You guys tap into him. Tell them where they can find you at.
My main platform right now is on Instagram at LaBronx_James. So, it's LA, like Los Angeles, LA, BRNX_JAMES. I'm on Facebook, LaBronx James. Those are just my two platforms for now. I will be expanding. I'll have Twitter, be doing TikTok, Snapchat, all that other stuff is underway.
Mm-hmm.
My website is going to be built very soon as well. That'll be connected with my Instagram page. I'll have eventually the clothing store and the music store. You know what I'm saying? So
Wow.
anybody, especially that likes polo, that likes fashion, send me a DM. You want to cop anything, I do great business. The page speaks for itself. There's nobody airing me out. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
you want to see the video? That right now at the moment, go to Thirstin Howl the third. Go to his YouTube channel. The plug, you can see my video, and then you see a million of Thirstin's other videos that he has. But we put in all the focus on his channel, other than World Star Hip Hop. But that's pretty much it.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. We definitely appreciate you, brother, for sure.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And I love your kindred spirit. Like, you're just so humble. And I appreciate you bringing that energy and that and your joy here to Exquisite Conversation. I would love to have you back here. We're upgrading it. We're going to have some changes going on here soon. And when we're up, I definitely want you to be back and see what you're doing.
Make sure that you guys send me a DM, and I'll follow you, everybody on the Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
A couple of quick shout outs.
Yeah, shout whoever else you want. This is what you do. It's your show.
I'm gonna start with Diamond D. I'm gonna go meet up with Diamond D. He's rocking. Anybody that's in Tampa, come out to Ybor City. You know what I'm saying? We out in Tampa tonight. The legendary Diamond D from DITC. I want to shout out my brother Big Twins from Infamous Mob Deep. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out Static Selector, Terminology, Easy Money, the whole ST crew from Boston. Those are my brothers right there. Vinny Paz, the legendary Vinny Paz from Jedi Mind Tricks. DJ Fat Finger, J-Rue the Damager, Thirstin Howl the third. All of my lowlifes worldwide. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out KRS-One, Fat Joe, Pistol P, Rich Player, Terror Squad, Killer Rats, all my family as well, Temple of Hip Hop. And special shout out to who I started this whole music pursuit with years ago. That's the whole entire Luna Empire. Pito Luna, Ariel Luna, Lee Luna, Godfrey, the whole fam. There it is.
That's what's up. Thank you guys for joining us tonight on Exquisite Conversation. My name is Pavani J, CEO and founder of Exquisite PR Firm and the host of Exquisite Conversation. And you guys, we're leaving out tonight with Mr. LaBronx James. See you guys later.
Peace.
Peace.